Hey, hey, it's me again without the camera again because you do not want to see me. You might not want to see me anytime, but you definitely don't want to see me here. I'm just in bed, um, camera off, but we can get some reading in. Hopefully, like 20 minutes or so. We'll see. The bouts of coughing that I have been having are becoming fewer and fewer. It's just a total lack of energy. But we do need to read, don't we? I wish I had copies of this book, to let you read on your own. Some people have found them. I couldn't find any. Even if it did break copyright laws, I was just going to share it, but I couldn't find any. Even with Google, maybe because I'm old. All right. We ended with this highlighted stuff. So, um, obviously I'm not there to have discussion, but if you remember, like she did a bold move and she just completely like left the restaurant, had a wig, and then she got in trouble. Or we think she did, because the last thing we read was yo, get back here now. The normally booming voice, even though it's not said, we know it's the dad. He's been described as having a booming voice quite a bit. All right, what is this? Haboob. I don't even know that word right there. I was grounded before. Now it's like I'm the haboob of groundedness. So this seems like an expert maybe, because she's grounded again. Back at the restaurant, in between tables, Trey gives me concerned looks. My mother is worried that I'm getting addicted to something. Doesn't matter what. She just keeps saying, "Are you addicted?" every 20 minutes. My father goes upstairs as soon as he super grounds me, apparently overwhelmed by my disobedience. And Rowan looks like she's going to cry because her big sister never used to get into trouble. And it's apparently scary as hell for her to see me like this, whatever this is. And I'm floored. All I did was leave for like a half hour. I keep explaining. I came right back. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not addicted to anything. I'm not pregnant, people. Jeez. I feel like a broken record. I'm 16, mom. I say to her, do I really have to tell you everything? I think you need to let me grow up a little and stop hovering. Hovering? She says, hovering? As long as you live in this house, I'll hover all I want. Thank you very much. We feed you. We give you a warm place to sleep. You have a nice job in the family business. What do you give back? You go off without telling anybody. You leave your customers. You comport with that naughty boy. And you don't appreciate anything we do for you. And our pets' heads are falling off. I don't know if you've ever seen Dumb and Dumber. One of them goes on a rant and ends with, and our pets' heads are falling off. So if you've never seen that movie, that probably makes no sense. Sorry. And then you say, stop hovering? I sigh. Mom, please don't yell. The customers can hear you. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. I should have told somebody I was leaving. I get that. I get that an ordinary worker would be fired for taking off like I did. I panicked when I realized I forgot something. I take her hand. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't remember what she said. She forgot her purse at the library or something like that. She shakes. Maybe she's getting better at lying. I don't know. She shakes her head, all worked up. You are going to be the death of me, she says, and your father, and your little sister. What kind of example are you? Oh, that's so nice. Well, maybe you better ask my little sister. Ooh, throwing little sister under the bus for having a boyfriend that's going to possibly be going to New York, right? I start to say, but then I soften when I see Rowan's face, her wide eyes begging me not to tell her secret. Ask her what? My mother says. She's not the one in trouble here. Ask her why. I falter, unable to think. Rowan steps up. Ask me why I didn't tell you she was leaving, she says. Jules told me she was leaving. to look for her thing, and I didn't think to tell you. And she was just being noble by not ratting me out or whatever. Ooh, Rowan's sticking up for the sister. She doesn't want to get in trouble either, I guess. I hold Rowan's gaze for a minute, both of us knowing our story sounds ridiculously contrived. Oh, good word right there. Contrived, just a simple, maybe a more adult word for made up, contrived. Mom's not buying it. She shakes her head. You're in cahoots. I don't believe either of you anymore. She turns away and takes her next order from Tony, leaving Rowan and me standing there, afraid to even look at each other. Top of the next column. We both disperse and get busy working like our lives depend on it. When the rush is over, Trey pulls me aside. What are you doing? I'm tempted to say I'm waiting tables, but the look on his face tells me not to screw around. Nothing. I don't know. I had to check something. So I left. Mom's pissed. He frowns. Are you still seeing those crashes? Yes, I say. And it's just one crash. I see one crash, the same one, over and over. Snowplow hits the back of Ignati's. Place explodes. Dead bodies. Happy? He shoves his hands in his pocket, bites his lip. He can't look at me. Jules, I think it's time. And of course, we know what that is, right? It's time to tell mom so she can get you some help. Look, I know what you're thinking. Just give me through Saturday, okay? If it's still happening on Sunday, I'll do whatever you want. You can tell mom and go see a shrink, whatever you want, okay? Promise, I just need to get through Valentine's Day. Trey looks into my eyes. I can tell he's trying to see if I'm lying. I mean it, I say. Please, just like 3 more days. Are you going to follow the house rules and stop doing that weird crap? I hesitate. I can't say for sure. I say quietly. And I also don't think I'm crazy, Trey. Not anymore. Top of the next column. His forehead wrinkles in alarm. Oh, it's just great. No, I know what you're thinking, but I feel perfectly normal otherwise. I think, okay, this is going to sound really weird. I know, but I think I'm seeing something that hasn't happened yet. Something that's going to happen, like a psychic thing. I pause, trying to gauge his reaction. So when this event does happen, it should hopefully all be over for good, unless there's another crash after this, but I don't say that. I can't stand the thought of that. Besides, I need to get through this one first. Trey looks dubious. Oh, excuse me. Good word there. It's just another way to say doubtful. Finally, he says, how do you know it's happening on Valentine's Day? I bite my lip and look down at the carpet, shake my head. I'm still figuring it out, but I promise. Tell you once I know. Deal? Please? So notice here, just she doesn't say please. That's in her head. That's in italics. Quotes end right there. My goodness, I'm sorry. He sighs heavily and throws his hands in the air. Excuse me. Sure, whatever. Okay, so Sunday, tell mom. I grip his forearms and grin. Yes, thank you. Just be safe, okay? I'm watching you. Don't go anywhere without telling me, or I know why. Why don't you just stay home like you're supposed to? I nod to appease him. Appease, you know, like to make good with him, like to make him feel good, to do what he wants. And for the first time in my life, I look my dear brother, my best friend, in the eye, and I lie my face off. I will. Chapter 28. We are about halfway through. Hopefully my voice lasts here. Hopefully it's not painful for you to hear. All right, 28. When I finally get a free minute, I step outside to take out the trash and call Ignati's using *67 to hide my number. I know it's a lost cause, but I feel like I have to try. Luckily, a woman answers. Ignatius, good evening. I need a reservation for 8 people this Saturday night at 7. I say, trying to sound rich and important. She laughs. For Valentine's Day? We've been, top of the next column, we've been booked solid for weeks. The only time I have open is at 11 in the morning. I'm very sorry. I squish my eyes shut. I can assure you, we'll make it worth your while. I need the 2 window tables, please. 7 p.m. 6:45 would also work if 7 isn't available. She hesitates. She hesitates and clears her throat. I'm very sorry, ma'am, but it's really not possible. We're booked. I'm a big customer, I say. May I please speak to the owner? Perhaps we can work something out so I don't have to take my business elsewhere. She here. Look at this. Here she does clear her throat. Maybe I should do it again. She clears her throat impatiently. And I now know it's Sawyer's mother, and I'm toast. I am one of the owners, she says, and I hear the authority rising in her voice. Yet she remains calm. And I'm sorry. But as I said, and as I continue to say, we are booked solid. I am unable to fulfill your needs at that particular time. Perhaps you'd like to come in Friday or Saturday evening instead. Trey peeks his head out the door and I wave him off. I'm afraid that won't work. Thanks anyway. I hang up, but before she can respond, and then I go back. Sorry, I hang up before she can respond, and then I go back inside. My mind won't stop. At 1:30 in the morning, I'm lying awake, still lying awake, thinking, trying to figure out all the pieces of the puzzle. And all I know is that I just have to try one more time to convince Sawyer to believe me. There's only one way I can think of to do that right now. By 2, I've managed to sneak out without waking anybody up. And I'm standing behind Ignati's trattoria, top of the next column. Trattoria, I think it is. Hoping, I think it's just restaurant. I should probably just say restaurant. Hoping the beat cop doesn't decide to come by right now. I whip my head around when an icicle crashes off the building. My stomach buzzes. It's warming up to the low 30s or so, according to the forecast, and the weekend snow is about to start. Out here, before the snow falls, it's so quiet that you'd never know we're in a suburb of the third largest city in the United States. I'm standing 3 feet away from the window that will shatter, 4 from the table where the people will be sitting. I can see the clock inside thanks to the emergency lighting, and I synchronize my old Mickey Mouse watch. Out here, a few feet to the left of the window, was an old gas meter and a line that goes into the building, something I hadn't been able to get close enough to see before. And I guess that the kitchen is on the other side of that. It's where the truck hits. Yeah, that explains the explosion. I wonder what ignites everything once the gas flows freely. Or does it happen inside, maybe? I don't really know. I don't understand gas lines. I don't either, but I do know gas is flammable. That's about it. It will catch fire. The fumes will catch fire, I should say. I think. Well, actually, I don't know that much about gas either. I stare at the back of the building, mesmerized, picturing everything and how it will happen. In my hand is my cell phone. I've been holding it for practically an hour. Well, she has a cell phone. She really doesn't have to like synchronize. Oh, she synchronized her watch to the clock on the wall. Okay, that makes sense. I've been holding it for practically an hour, debating, not daring to intrude again and risk rejection once more, but finally I do it. I have to. I call him, hoping he keeps his phone on all night like I keep mine, hoping I don't wake the whole family, hoping. Hey, I hope uh, this is the dad in me here, right here. I hope you don't keep your phone on you all night. It's hard, not to check that phone at 1:30 in the morning to see if you got a new Snapchat or whatever, and it does affect your sleeping. But that'll be my old man rant, last one of the day, maybe the only one. But stay off my lawn too. All right. Bottom of the first column here. It rings 5 times in my ear and then it clicks. He says in a deep, sleepy voice, Yeah? Hi, I say softly. I realize I didn't plan this out. It's me. Can you come down out back? I'm an idiot. I hear a whoosh of breath and feedback like his phone jostles, like he's sitting up in bed, like he's confused and thinking. And I expect a multitude of exasperated questions like, "Who is this?" And "Are you insane?" But those don't come. A light in the window above me turns on, and I suck in breath and crouch down against the block wall as if being smaller will hide me from the light. A moment later, he's back. "Yeah," he says, "be there in a minute." It's like we're in sixth grade again. And no time has passed, and we're standing by our lockers planning what time we're going to meet under the slide on the elementary school playground. The phone goes dead. I keep it to my ear for a few seconds, and then I lower it. I put it in my pocket. Tiny bits of snow begin to float down, or maybe they were there for a while and I just noticed them. I shiver and do a mental count. 41 hours to go. A few minutes later, carefully and almost silently, a figure emerges from the building. Swear Ignati, the guy I've loved since first grade, comes over to me. I stand up, look at him. Excuse me. At his sleepy eyes. He holds a finger up to his lip, tugs my coat sleeve, and gestures to the far street, whose name I don't know. We walk together without speaking. When, top of the next column, when we get to the sidewalk along the road, he just puts his hands on my shoulders and looks into my eyes. "Oh, Jules," he says, shaking his head. "What are you doing?" He gives me the half grin that almost kills me. I swallow hard, glad he's not mad. "I'd come one last time to talk to you." He nods, resigned to listen. "All right, then, go." I look down at the sidewalk. Something bad is going to happen here, I say, as painfully aware of his hands on my shoulders as I am of the fact that he's not believing me. And for the millionth time, I doubt myself and my own sanity. I know when it's going to happen now. Valentine's night, 7:04 p.m. I continue talking, staring blindly at his slipper shoes. "I know you don't believe me, and it's okay with me. If the whole school thinks I'm insane, I just need to ask you to please be careful. And if there's any way you can not be in the building or in the back parking lot at 7:04 on Saturday night, just even, step outside the front door for a few minutes, please." I bite my lip to stop my voice from pitching higher into frantic mode. I can't look him in the eye. I hear him sigh, feel its weight on my hands, on my shoulders, on his hands, on my shoulders. He rests his chin on my bowed head for a moment and pulls me closer into him. And then he moves his face next to mine. He smells like a man now. Top of the next column. I wonder how long it's been since he smelled like a boy. My eyes close, but all I can do is stand there, numbly. I wasn't expecting this response, and I don't know what to do with my hands. They hang stiffly at my sides. I want to wrap my arms around him, hold him, but I don't. I can't. As we stand there together, bodies nearer than they've ever been before, I wonder how many times I will regret not holding him. Oh, that's a good place for us to stop. Oh, wait, hang on, hang on. Okay, we can't go to that. Hopefully this is where people, yeah, I don't dare put the camera on me. This is where people are rioting again and they say, "I can't believe we're stopping here. Are they gonna kiss? What's gonna happen?" It almost does seem like it almost seems like he really cares about her at the very least. But it could be like caring like you need some help kind of stuff. I'm not sure. Thanks for bearing with my broken voice here, and hopefully I will be better soon so I can speak for more than about 20 minutes at a time. All right. Adios, amigos.